What's up, sons? It's Blind Rod with Son of a Tech once again, and I have great news for you, at least for the short term. You will be able to make more ETH than you have been in the next coming couple months. And that is due to the fact that we are going to be seeing a difficulty bomb delay on the Ethereum network per the dev call that happened this morning. Let's get into it right after a word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is BT Miners. Purchasing mining equipment online can be dangerous. With all of the fake storefronts and scams, it can be hard to find a reliable source. That's why when BT Miners reached out for a channel sponsorship, I started by verifying that ordering and delivery went smoothly with a purchase of my own. If you are looking to purchase ASICs hardware from Bitcoin to Dogecoin miners, they are available for purchase on bt-miners.com. BT Miners is a trusted source by both ASICminervalue.com and cryptominer.com. Follow the affiliate link in the description and use promo code FREESHIPPING2021 for free shipping on your order. Welcome back, everybody. So the short of it is that essentially we will be seeing a delay of the difficulty bomb by 2.5 months. Now, this means that essentially what will happen is an EIP will go into place at the end of June that will reset the difficulty bomb, meaning that since the difficulty bomb's already kind of been going off and accelerating faster than the devs expected it to be, they need to delay it. Now, what happens when they delay it and they reset it is that essentially we will have the difficulty on the network decreased back to normal. And then by mid-August, we will be at the point, presumably, of difficulty that we are at today. Meaning that we will basically start earning more Ethereum at the end of June when this is applied. And then, of course, the bomb will go off. And by mid-August, we will experience once again the increase of the difficulty on the network, bring our rewards back down. So the good news is, in the short term here, you should be earning more ETH than you have been over the past couple weeks when the difficulty bomb has been extremely noticeable. Now, for the summary, I got this all from Tim Biko's Twitter feed, and we can go over it. And here he says, the bomb is being felt on the network, and in true bomb fashion, it appeared quicker than predicted. Block times are 14 seconds, and the Arrow Glacier EIP, authored by yours truly, predicted a 0.1 second delay to block times by June of 2022, and a 0.5 second delay by July of 2022. So, this Twitter user, who has been advocating for us to delay the bomb for quite some time, drafted EIP 5133. For those of you that just want to know the short of it, the EIP proposes a pushback of the bomb by 500,000 blocks or 2.5 months. Here are the details on the EIP. If you want to check them out, both will be linked down in the description below. The abstract is starting with fork block number. The client will calculate the difficulty based on a fake block number, suggesting to the client that the difficulty bomb is adjusting 11,200,000 blocks later than the actual block number, targeting for the merge to occur before mid-August 2022. For the purpose of the calculation difficulty, simply replace the use of block number as used in the exponential Ice Age component with the formula. This is all pretty standard stuff whenever they're just delaying the bomb. These are the modifications they work. So the rationale is the following script predicts a 0.08 second delay to block time by mid-August of 2022 and a 0.6 second delay by November of 2022. This gives reason to address because the effect will be seen, but not so much urgency. We don't have space to work around if needed. So essentially giving them a little bit more leeway with basically still the idea of the merge coming in August of 2022. So there are some security considerations basically mentioned here, and it says misjudging the effects of the difficulty can mean longer block times than anticipated until a hard fork is released. Wild shifts in difficulty can affect this number severely. Also, gradual changes in block times due to longer term adjustments in difficulty can affect the timing of difficulty bomb epochs. This affects the usability of the networks, but unlikely to have security ramifications. In this specific instance, it is possible that the network hash rate drops considerably before the merge, which could accelerate the timeline by which the bomb is felt in block times. The offset value chosen aims to take this into account. And that's a valid point. Obviously, as the mining difficulty increases, especially with the increase of electricity costs and the decrease in the price of Ethereum, a lot of miners are starting to shut down. And as more miners shut down and there's less hash rate on the network, of course, the increase in block times will go up, which affects the end user of Ethereum. We've talked about this a ton. So obviously they're going to address it now at this point. And Tim had some further thoughts. He said, so this means that block times would be back to where they were or are today, 14 seconds, roughly 1 second delay by late August. So late August, not mid-August, excuse me from earlier. The bomb's impact goes up exponentially every 100,000 blocks, so it ramps up quickly after that, as seen in previous periods. This was contentious to say the least. Again, recommend watching the live stream for the back and forth, which I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys too as well. How much pressure is on the right amount to put the client teams under, the impact of block times on users, and of proof of work on the environment all came up. So the effect of proof of work on the environment, I guess, is what they're saying. In short, we agreed to bomb delay. We were already there and want to be sure we sanity check all the numbers before selecting an exact delay in deployment time. But they're aiming for a 2-month delay and for the upgrade to go live in late June. So that means essentially right now, the upgrade he's referring to is the EIP that would essentially change the timing for the difficulty bomb and delay it. So you would see an implementation of the reduction of the difficulty on the network from the miner perspective at the end of June. So at the end of June, July will basically have pretty much the same rewards we were getting before the difficulty bomb went off. So think back maybe like 2 to 4 weeks from right now, as far as the amount of ETH being earned. And then, of course, July should be like that for the entire month. And in August, we'll start to see the ramp up slowly start happening once again. And by the late August, we will see, of course, where the exact type of rewards we are getting today, just in late August. Does this mean that they won't have the merge for proof of stake by August like we've been talking about? No, not necessarily, but it is probably good news for a delay if you are looking at trying to mine Ethereum for the next few months, right? I don't know where they're at with the merge as far as all that goes. We know that Ropsten was successful from the mouths of the developers. We know that they have basically 2 more test nets to test, with the presumed timeline being migrating a test net every 3 weeks. So it would be 3 weeks from this past Wednesday. So we're looking at 6 weeks out from now. So a month and a half before they have all the test nets done. And then a couple months after that before we actually have the presumed merge for the main net. So that's pretty much where we're at as far as that goes. All EL teams, execution layer teams, were in agreement that doing this would make things better for users and that having a short delay would mean we keep a strong focus on the merge. Again, we were already over time here, so we went to sanity check the numbers, or they want to sanity check the numbers async, which should happen over the next few days. Realistically, we have client releases and proper announcement out by next week. So there we go. Next week, we will cover, of course, their update and the specifics on that. He says he'll wrap up by quoting VD Widgeon's passionate end of call speech, saying that the bomb delay is a 5-line change for clients and is easy to implement. He feels strongly that this doesn't slow down teams' work on the merge, and they had already had another dev that also agreed with him on that before. So that's pretty much it. From the mining perspective, that's all we really care about. We care about, of course, how the merge is going, specifically to a certain extent, but without real timelines, it's not that big of a deal. What's actually going to be happening to you? Well, congratulations. In July, you will be earning more ETH. presumably, unless the network hash rate spikes, which would be a little silly this close to the presumed merge. So I don't foresee that happening. I do foresee, of course, the decrease in difficulty happening at the end of June, which will then allow you to basically earn more ETH in July. Of course, that will depend on the price of Ethereum in relation to, of course, this news of a delay and how the public responds to that as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. While you're down there, hit the like and the subscribe button and that notification bell, and I will see you next Tuesday. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more, or check out this playlist for more crypto content related topics.